bitch real quick, okay? So, a couple of years ago or whatever, I was just chilling, right? I was moving to Atlanta, and to be honest, I was following, like, the clubs or whatever, so I saw this one waitress hoe, right? She was like, she would always post in the club, okay, cool, okay? So when I moved to Atlanta, because I'm fucking smart, I was like, oh, this might be somebody cool that I could, be around because she be in the clubs, and I potentially want to work in the clubs. At this point, I did not know that I was going to be G-doll, club girl, right? So I messaged this person like, hey, I'm coming to Atlanta, whatever. Okay, cool. Me trying to find out like what I need to do, where I need to go, okay? Mind you, when I first went to Atlanta, never linked her at first, okay? And then I started to do my own thing, right? At this point, I still hadn't met her, but then finally she invites me to a Diddy party. Kinda, okay? She calls me. She's like, hey, girl, tonight we're going out. We're going to be going out with Diddy and his sons. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do it, whatever. We end up going to this party. I think it was at Compound, okay? Mind you, blast, had fun. Nope, hold on. Back it up. First, we went to a hotel. We went to the Ritz-Carlton downtown in Atlanta. Okay, when we pulled up, we went into the lobby, which now that I'm like where I'm at in life, I realized like, baby, you wasn't shit. You had to sit in the motherfucking lobby. Then nobody even come down and get us. Okay, cool. So we waited in the lobby like 10, 20 minutes or whatever. Then somebody came down and got us, which was one of his sons. Love him to death. Still to this day, he's a cool ass person from what I know. Okay? So we go upstairs. He's getting dressed. She's taking pictures, whatever. And she comes and tells us that this is her man or whatever. Okay. So I'm like, okay, girl, cool, period, whatever. We go to the club. And y'all, this is going to be a long story because it's not about Diddy. It's about this bitch. Okay. But I'm still, I've been owing y'all this. So anyways, we go to the club. Okay, cool, whatever. Me, I'm still new to Atlanta. So I'm having fun, whatever. Niggas is looking at me. I'm looking at niggas, like, whatever. But still, I'm inexperienced. I don't know much shit, okay? So from there, she's like, girl, whenever you go out, you can come to my club. You can see me. Okay, cool, whatever. But I had my own shit going on. I had a waitressing job at Diamonds that I had got on my own. And I had my own shit going on, okay? Cool. So as time goes along and I ended up starting to dance now, I'm meeting niggas on my own, okay? So then I met this little Spanish poppy, which I'm gonna give y'all a story time on him too, okay? When I met him, not only did he put me up in a condo, he bought me $20,000 worth of furniture, and then he also gave me a little allowance or whatever, until one day he put his hands on me. I'm gonna give y'all the backstory about that because at the end of the day, I won. But anyway, so from there or whatever, me and this girl, I'm just telling y'all how we met, how shit got cool at first, okay? So from here, I'm elevating. I got a new condo in Midtown at the Atlantic, which is a residence, okay? If you know, you know. Okay, cool. So I'm living life. I done started working at this club Allure. I'm making hella bread. And then, the devil enters my life. If you know, you know. Okay, cool. So at this point, I got my own bread. I just bought an AMG Benz. I'm chilling. I'm living life. This girl, right? She, to be honest, had ended up getting fired from the club because she was still in consignment bags. Okay? Consignment bags the bitch still got to this day. Okay, cool. So for me, she's like, yeah, like, I've just been going out, whatever. What she was doing is she went from waitressing to going out to selling cat. Didn't even try to give anything else a motherfucking chance. Okay, cool. So then one day I'm at work and I tell her like, oh, the next day I ended up meeting this dude. I said, hey, I'm going to go eat with this guy or whatever. I tell her who it is. Okay. She's like, oh yeah, girl. Yeah, I always see him out. She don't say much shit. Okay. So from there, I end up telling her, the date went good, whatever, but I already got this going on. So I'm good on the nigga. Okay, cool. So me, I'm still doing what I'm doing, running up a bag. Okay, anytime I had ever seen her, it's like she was coming in with some niggas and like, she would dance me. Okay, cool, whatever. Until, all right, it was a girl that was living with her a little bit. Like she was supposed to be helping her friend out, okay? So her friend was like an IG type of bitch. Wasn't really out for real like that, but she was like on IG, beautiful on IG type of bitch. She's pretty in person too, okay? So this is the first time where I got a real bad red flag from her because she was supposed to be helping this friend. It was her birthday. She was having a birthday dinner. We all went to Cheetah, okay? We had Cheetah at the back table, chilling, okay? I give my little speech, happy birthday, ever since I met you, shit's been cool, whatever, okay? Okay, cool. So then the next day I go to work and this one little scamming nigga comes in and he throws like 5,000 on me. He does that every single day for a week. Okay, so me, I'm telling my homegirl, girl, I'm going to, she calls me the next day, want to go out. I said, girl, I'm going to work. I'm going to work. It's a nigga's been coming here every single night, spending nothing less than 2K on me. I'm going to work. She's like, oh yeah, who is he? I said, I don't really know his name, but his nickname is this. Okay, so she's like, oh yeah, my homegirl, the homegirl that was staying with her, she be talking to him or whatever. That's crazy. So the first comes up, okay? The first comes up and she calls me venting and she's like, my motherfucking bills are due, whatever, and like she should at least be able to offer me something on the water or something like that, because he keeps coming in the club throwing money on you, so why the fuck she can't ask him for some money? I'm sitting here like, I mean, well, if you opened up your home to your friend and you told her that shit was good, then why are you pocket watching a nigga that's spending money on me getting mad at her because the nigga's spending money on me? So it was a red flag. So I was like, So she started talking shit about the girl, talking shit about the girl's mama, what the girl got going on in life. I didn't even know the girl. I just knew she was an IG lit bitch, right? So then I ended up learning out so much personal shit. So what do? I tell the girl, hey, shorty, that's not your friend, okay? That was my first red flag, and that was for me. I was like, at the end of the day, if a bitch got this going on, she homeless, and that's your friend, and you're letting her come live with you, but then you talking to the next bitches, because it wasn't just me. It was like 2 or 3 of us girls. You talking shit about this girl, but still having her come around, and you dogging her and her situation, okay? So me, I'm already looking at the bitch sideways, like, you know, don't tell this bitch shit about what I got going on, okay? Cool. So for me, at this point, I got my own life going on, y'all, okay? I got my own shit, my own name. I'm doing everything big G-doll, okay? I'm chilling. So from here, one day, because we still follow each other on IG, I see that she's going out with this nigga, the one I went on a date with, that I told her I was going on a date with, because she never knew when I was fucking with Gramps, because I never told her, okay? So for me, I was like, jokingly, because she took a picture of the nigga and her homegirl, I said, tell that hoe, get away from my nigga, ha ha. I literally said, ha ha. I'm pretty sure I said, ha ha. But anyways, she left me on red. So I was like, that's weird. So then about a month or 2 later, they pop out in a full-blown relationship. Do I feel the way? No. Why? Because I got a motherfucking shark on my leash, bitch. A shark, not leash. Hook, shark. Hook, shark. Hook, shark. Okay? So from here, whatever, I just peep it. Like, okay, you know, that's why she left me on red, because it wasn't her homegirl that was fucking with him. It was her. Okay, cool. So she gets in this full relationship, okay? She starts arguing with some stripper bitches online. She talking all types of shit about strippers. I'm a dancer at this time, so I'm like, bitch, what? Like, how you talking shit about dancers? So for me, I backed up all the way, because if you feel that way about one dancer, you feel that way about all of them. So I back up on shorty altogether. We ain't really talking. We ain't really doing shit, nothing. Okay, cool. So then I get my phone rings one day. It's her. Hey, girl, what you doing tonight? I'm headed back into Atlanta. At this point, ain't talked to the girl in months, maybe the full year of 2022. Okay? So I'm like, yeah, girl, my lawyers that I work for are having an event tonight at this speakeasy that one of them just bought. And she's like, oh yeah, is it da-da-da? She knew one of the lawyer's name, not the one who was throwing it. I said, yeah. She said, oh yeah, I know him, da-da-da. So I'm like, oh, are you going? She was like, well, girl, I'm about to land. I just need to get a dress, whatever. So she ends up landing. She calls me from a hotel room, okay? She's like, yeah, girl, I'm at this hotel. You can come get me. We can go to the mall. So I'm like, why is she at a hotel? She lived with the nigga, because, mind you, over the past year, she been flexed out. Happy for you, sis. Clock it. Happy for you, bitch. Okay? So from here, all right, for me, I am not dwelling on anything in the past. I got my own shit going on. I'm big boss bitch G-doll, okay? I don't give a fuck what the next hoe got going on. So fuck all that shit that happened in the past. Yeah, let's get a drink. Let's hang out. We go to my lawyer's little thing, okay? We sitting at the bar. We ordering drinks. This one nigga comes up, pulls his black card out. And he like talking to her about escorting, trying to buy her. And so I'm telling her, sweetheart, don't do that here. These are my lawyer friends. These are the people that I work for. They don't see me, know me, anything like that, to even the stripper world, right? At that point, to be honest, it was like, I was a dancer, y'all. Dancers don't gotta sell cat. It be the waitresses. Okay, so I get mad at her like, girl, no, we not doing that here. So we go outside or whatever, because it's time to go a little bit. So she's like, well, the dude wants us to go to Cheetah, but I have my gay photographer with me. Okay, so I said, oh, well, my photographer's coming with me tonight, whatever. She was like, yeah, but he said he can't go. I said, oh, well, then I guess we ain't going. So notice right here, I'm walking towards her. We getting the pictures as we leaving. Okay, she's standing next to the nigga trying to sell that cap, and this is where it all goes bad. She's like, girl, fuck that photographer. I said, girl, fuck you. We in my car. She say, fuck me. I said, bitch, get the fuck out of my shit. She started yelling outside the motherfucking event. All the lawyers like, gorgeous, are you okay? Are you okay? Because guess what? She lied. When we got there, when we walked in, right? Everybody's like, hey G, but they're like, oh, who's your friend? Because bitch, nobody knew who you was because you were a liar, lying about what lawyers you know. Okay? So then, meet me at part 2. Let me read a bitch part 2, okay? So we're at my lawyer's event or whatever, and we going back and forth. I'm like, girl, you doing all this in front of the people that I currently work for right now? They don't know stripper G at all, and they sure in the fuck ain't gonna be happy about no bitch sitting here at the bar. Like, at the end of the day, she didn't know who that nigga was that she was talking to at the bar. All she saw was a black card and was ready to go get in his motherfucking truck. And for me, that's a bad look on me, who's trying to keep the best of both worlds and keep them separate. But that's what you get for bringing hoes into your shit, okay? So we get outside or whatever. We in the car. Like I said, she said, fuck me. I say, fuck you, bitch. Get out my car. Well, she was going with the nigga anyways. So she go get in the car with the nigga, okay? She started talking shit, whatever. So me, I'm like, bitch, call your nigga back because you out here acting crazy. Because what really had happened is her nigga had literally got her a flight to come back to Atlanta, left her, I think it was either LA or Vegas, left her, took all her shit and sent her on a flight because she had threatened to sue him for $500,000 because she pretty much was getting high off motherfucking perks, started acting her ass out. And he is somebody who is in the music industry that can't have that shit around, right? Okay, cool. So she embarrassed him out there. So he sent her home, but she checked into a hotel room because he was not letting her into the house. So for me, I'm like, girl, you need to go back to what the fuck you know, because you out here trying to do all this. That's not what I'm on, okay? Mind you, the bitch hadn't been around me for a good year, okay? We would converse verbally, but she hadn't been around me, okay? So cool. That situation, cool, whatever. It ends up dying down, okay? So I started bartending. I stopped dancing because my home club closed for renovations. So I started bartending at this other club. This other club was not known for having bartenders where niggas come in and throw money. They just had regular bartenders. So for me, when I started working there, I turned that bitch up. You want to come see me in my bar? Come throw a bag, okay? I had niggas in there throwing money. So she sees this. So she sees it. She's like, hey, G, I want to come work at Onyx. It was Club Onyx. I bartended there for a couple months. So I'm like, oh, well, just, go try to, apply or whatever. She was like, yeah, like, I want to try to get back into, like, the club scene because I've been out of it. So she was like, but I'm good, though. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So then while I'm at work one day, she calls me. Something about she was driving a Honda and it broke down on the side of the interstate because she was supposed to be meeting me up there to try to get a job or some shit. I can't remember the exact situation, but I know the girl was driving some motherfucking Honda. It broke down on her and some shit happened, okay? So I'm like, girl, like, it's okay. You could try again, okay? So at this point, right? I had invited her, not she. I had invited her along with 4 other girls to a concert, okay? And y'all, I just told y'all about this story. I invited her to a concert. She hadn't been around me in a minute for real. Just that one lawyer situation, and this was the next situation. This was me still giving a bitch a chance. Okay, so the roles have reversed. Okay, she done got in a relationship, fell off, and now she's trying to get back outside. Okay, and she sees that right now I'm hot shit. Let me get around G. She was around me when I was lit. Let me get around G. And G would have carried you, bitch. Anyways, so from here we go to this little concert, whatever. We get there and we just chilling. We having a great time. But I'm realizing that it's like her attitude is given like, when you meet a bitch and a bitch is really like, everything's my way. It's my way. Niggas do whatever I want, da-da-da. But then they go through something in life and they done felt the fuck off. So niggas ain't moving as fast. You get what I'm saying? It was something like that. So anyways, we backstage. I'm chilling, just like I showed y'all the video. I'm chilling. She telling me, girl, do a little twerk for me. So I'm, being cute, do a little twerk. But as soon as I turn around, she was only getting that video because somebody was walking behind me. And she knew that she was trying to get some clout off the situation. So I didn't hear what was said in that video until we left the concert. And I'm headed to another club because she had her own thing going on. So when I heard what was in that video, I'm like, girl, stay the fuck away from me. You're weird as fuck. I'm telling her, like, you trying to get me in this, whatever. You're a weird ass bitch. Stay away from me. She's saying her like, girl, nobody loves you like I love you. All these bitches is fake. You're paranoid. No, bitch. I wasn't paranoid because look at you now. Okay, cool. So from there, whatever, I'm done with this bitch. I don't want you back around me, nothing. Because at the end of the day, you trying to latch on to me. But with you trying to latch on to me, you're trying to also ruin things for me. And I saw it, right? So I separate from the bitch. Okay, cool, whatever. So then she hit me up, okay? She hit me up. I feel like we may have been like lightly texting in the middle of after this situation. I just know that I had cut her off that day. And then somehow she ended up hitting me up, whatever. It was about some money. She said, oh, this athlete wants some girls to come, da da da. If y'all listen to the voice messages, because I posted them. She said, oh yeah, my one friend Liz is coming. They're giving her $1,200. I said, bitch, look, what's the budget? Because I ain't no cheap hoe. That's what I said, okay? Because at the end of the day, I could go pay my $200-300 and go to work and make $4,000 or $5,000. I don't gotta travel nowhere. Like you, that was your only option. Your only option was to travel and go meet up with niggas to lay on that back. Me, I could go shake this ass. Okay? That's the difference that a lot of y'all have to understand. Strippers can go pay their house fee and put their trust into themselves and their personalities before having to go out and escort and look for niggas to try to lay on their backs. Scout's honor, I promise you, okay? So from here, we end up going on a little situation. I gave y'all a story time about that, okay? Cool. I gave y'all a story time about that, but hold on, let me get into how the situation went. So when we come back from the situation or whatever, oh, watch is missing, this big ass situation. I'm telling her like, bitch, you know I ain't take that shit. And I got text when she was like, friend, I know you didn't. I know you didn't, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, bitch, you know I didn't because we both know. But you know what? Bitches done lost the plot because we still waiting on the video. So anyways, from there, I'm not really fucking with the bitch no more like that for real. Okay? Like, I'm just not. And I don't know. Maybe I have those two situations backwards. The other one happened before the other one. But anyways, listen. So for me, I stopped talking to this girl. When I blocked her out of my life. I don't want to be cool with you no more, nothing. I had not talked to this girl in 2, almost 3 years. So then I give a story time and a bitch think this her chance to latch. So a bitch come on here talking all her little shit, spreading all these lies about me. Okay? So me, what do? I know how the internet works, so I sit back, relax, and just watch. And sooner or later, a bitch did exactly what I thought she would. Dig that grave and keep on digging. Jumped in and kept digging. Still digging to this day. So now she done came on here and wants to be known as a 304 escort by day. Okay, she came on here and told y'all that she was in law school. She came on here and told y'all that I lied about all this other stuff. I never, ever, 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 ever said that I was in law school. Never did I say that. What I said is that I took 2 classes last semester to work towards my bachelor's degree. That's what I said, okay? Okay, cool. So she comes on here and she's like, everything she's lying about is fake. I'm really the one. I'm really. You ain't shit, bitch, but a hoe sitting in a motherfucking studio apartment selling cat every night having to walk the blade. Because listen, she thought, oh, I'm just going to go on TikTok and I'm going to go live and I'm going to go back and forth with people, and I'm going to show my life. Okay, cool. You showed your life. And now everybody's clocked your tea, bitch. You sit here and say, oh, her life isn't this, her life. I'm not about no fucking talking. I'm about actions. And over the last month, I've showed hell of a lot. And that's the thing is you've literally showed yourself being an escort, your dirty ass apartment, okay? Sunflower seeds fucking everywhere. The obsession that you have between me, Drum, Shaq, and somebody else, but I ain't say their name because I get clipped. And so now we come to where we are now. And where we are now is this, right? You are irrelevant to every aspect in my life. And when I kicked you out of my life 2 years ago, I could say I really think it hurt you. Because even when you posted the screenshots of you texting me and it all was green because I blocked you, you really wanted to be my friend. You really wanted to be my friend. You're saying, I love you, all this other shit. But me, I saw you as the snake that you are. But never once was I going to let you think that you could get away with the shit that you thought you was going to come online and do, right? You ain't been around me to know shit about me in my current life. You ain't been around me for none of my relationships, none of my miscarriages, none of anything that I had going on. You had linked up with a bitch that I actually was cool with, and you paid her to lie. I'm pretty sure because why is you coming on here lying? Now that bitch ain't even seen with you because you lost the plot, baby. And now you've embarrassed yourself to all of Atlanta trying to come on here and expose me, and you exposed yourself. You exposed yourself because the little bit of, I don't know, life that you had left in Atlanta, all the shit you was going around saying about me, you've now showed to the world that it's really you. You're really the bum-ass bitch. You're really the bitch that don't got shit going on. And now, the only thing you have, which is what you say is the only thing I have, the only thing she has is TikTok. If TikTok gets deleted, no, baby. For a bitch that goes live 2 to 3 times a day and just sits there and lets people fucking bully her and talk shit to her about me too, and you talk about me too, you just proved the point That in Atlanta, you can move there with all the right intentions. But at the end of the day, when you elevate beyond the bitch that's standing next to you, they're not going to be happy for you. They're going to try to tear you down. And when they can't tear you down, when they can't take you back to who you used to be, it kills them inside. And I want to leave it off with this, right? Baby, you will never elevate beyond me. You will never win beyond me. And I really want you to understand that you lost the plot and everything else.